Howdy guys, it's been a while since I've last posted on this channel, but I decided that I wanted to post a deck profile with what I've been playing lately in One Piece, and that is Perona. If you're not from my locals or you don't know, the only deck I've probably played more than this ever since its release is probably like Red Green Law way back then. Otherwise, this is very easily my pet deck, and I just want to show off the list that I've recently built for OP09 and what it currently looks like. There is another version that I'm going to be trying out after this week. I kind of just want to share some of like the thoughts for the deck or whatever. I'm gonna do more of like a traditional deck profile in this video. But if you wanted to see a screenshot of the deck list, I'm just gonna go ahead and post it on screen here. And then you can probably pause the video there and then find all the cards that you need or whatever and translate it to your sim. I think you can put like a link to that deck profile for the sim, and I'll put that in the description or something. But yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to it. I am playing the Wano version, so I'm just gonna show the Wano stuff. I'm playing 4 Otama, 4 Momonosuke. These are your searchers. 2 Hiyori. You only need 2 of her. 4 Ryuma, definitely the best card of your deck just because he KOs literally everything. Playing 2 Izo is just another 2k option. And then the last Wano card is 4 Samurai, just draw 2. I feel like most of this is all self-explanatory. Searchers, Hiyori plays Ryuma KO stuff. This is a 2k, this draws 2. I'm just going to try and breeze through some of this stuff that you might not really need to see. The other green cards, 4 Rosy Blocker. Just another cheap blocker that you can play for free off of like Gecko Moria. Obviously, he has the ability to protect your rested characters as well. I think he's pretty good. And then I'm playing 1 X-Drake right now. I literally just added it right now. Like, I had 1 free slot in the list, and I figured that this might be a good option since Dofi is easily your hardest matchup. Like, Blue Dofi is ridiculously hard to win. And so the version I'm actually going to try after this is I'm going to play a more Navy version. I'm going to cut like literally like almost all the Wano stuff, except maybe like Ryuma, and then focus primarily on Navies because then Navy can search this, and then maybe this will be a little bit better because this deck struggles against Dofi because when you play Ryuma to KO a blocker, or not a blocker, a 4 cost, Dofi will just play Law and bounce this back, and then it's like you almost accomplish nothing, and then they just rebuild their board the exact same way. And then you're reduced to still just playing the 1 character per turn while they're playing like 2 characters per turn, and it's just super difficult. But at least with X-Drake in the more Navy version, it's searchable, and they can't bounce this with the Law. They'd very specifically have to have like Jozu or Gravity Blade. So I think that this version might be better against Dofi, but we'll see. At the moment, I'm only playing 1. I literally just added it. And then the other card is Shanks. I like the Shanks. It's okay. At most, I've only seen the best results for this card against things like either Red Shanks or Pluffy even. Like, Pluffy will play like the 9-cost Rush Luffy, and then you can just KO it immediately. Or, obviously, Shanks will just have big bodies as well, which you can just KO with the Shanks. So, it's not a bad card. I mean, it's fine at 1. But I think it's weird to play cards at 1 in this game. Especially because, like, you can't really, like, search or, like, draw too often. But in this deck, I think I draw frequently enough with the Wano Samurai card, so it's not too bad to play some cards at 1. Otherwise, like, maybe I would cut a Shanks to play 2 X-Drakes or something like that. On the black cards, 2 Suru. This is your reduction, and it's a 2k. I'm playing 4 Toy Soldier, 2k and reduction, and then 4 Ice Age. This is literally all the cost reduction in the deck. You cut down on Surus because Blackbeard, and then you bump up Toy Soldiers because of Blackbeard. And literally the same thing. So this is all the cost reduction I think the deck needs. I'm playing 3 Borsalino, 3 Sabos, the blocker, or the black blockers I should say. I don't really like Borsalino, but I mean this ratio of like 3-3 is like nice. I don't want to go like 4-2 or something. I want to cut Borsalino and play something else, but like I feel like Borsalino would come up sometimes. It's very, very rare. Like, I feel like I'm more or less only playing Borsalino when my opponent doesn't have something for me to KO with Ryuma, or it's just like I have nothing else to play. So I feel like it's like a pretty good tell of my hand, basically with Borsalino, that like I don't have a way of like searching, drawing, and just keeping up my card advantage. and instead I'm just playing a blocker and passing. And I don't find myself ever really playing Gecko into like Borsalino, Otama, or something like that very often. It just doesn't come up. So I mean, this is a blocker situation. Like you could maybe cut down on this. You could maybe play 4 Sabo or something, but at the moment I like 3-3. It's like fine. For your other top end, 4 Moria, obviously one of the better cards of the deck, allowing you to replay, the 4 and the 2. There's some cute combos you can do with this, obviously. Not the most valuable card in the Blackbeard matchup, but yeah. For OP09 specific, 2 9-drop Kaido. This is obviously for Blackbeard. It is really strong against Blackbeard because when they go 10 cost and turn off your on plays or whatever, like this very easily removes the 10-drop Blackbeard. This trashes a 7 and your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand at the cost of you trashing a card from your hand as well. And all you really need is like 1 Ice Age on a Blackbeard, and then you play this, and then not only do you just trash the 10-drop they played, but now they trash another card from their hand. So it's like they already trashed 1 card from their hand on their turn to turn off your on plays, and then you're making them trash another, and then just making Blackbeard go down on cards is really, really powerful. You can also, if you have like Toy Soldier on the field as well or something, like Toy Soldier, play this. Like obviously you can't do it in the same turn, but if you already have Toy Soldier on board, then yeah, that could work out. So this is really good at removing 10-drop Blackbeard. This also, I think it should trash the character as well. So this could theoretically trash like their other on KO effect characters if you want, but I wouldn't ever really do that. Like it's just more valuable to get rid of the 10-drop. The last 2 cards are 2 10-drop Blackbeards. I had written this card off when I first saw it. I saw some people playing it, and I thought it was silly. But after playing against some Blackbeard and like getting to test it a little bit, I kind of see it. Theoretically, I'll say that you cannot use his effect. He is just a big boy blocker. That's it. And it's actually not that bad. When 10-drop, when Blackbeard is at 10 on and they play theirs, they turn off your leader and a character, and they can't attack, and then they pitch a card to turn off your on plays. Majority of your deck, if you don't have like Kaido, literally everything else is like on plays. You can't like, Ice Age Moria and then like rest their Blackbeard, KO it with a Ryuma. You can't. And if you don't have Kaido, you can't deal with it. So then the next best thing you can do is play this. And it's not even that bad because it contests the 10-drop that they just played as well. So it's like, even if they want to swing, theoretically, like if they don't play another one and like turn this off, like what are they gonna do? Like swing 12 at you? You just go block 1k, or you can just like block any, like their leader swing is now completely irrelevant. You just block everything. I played this card in the Shanks matchup as well. I was able to stay relatively healthy enough to feel comfortable to play this in the Shanks matchup, and it was good in there as well. Just one of these was totally fine because they just couldn't clear it. Like Rayleigh was really good against it because it makes him not a 12k. But at the end of the day, like this contests everything in the entire Shanks deck as well. Except obviously like 10-drop Shanks I think would make this an 11, and then I think Roger's like a 13, but like they don't really like drop Roger like that. So it's like this was really, really good in a matchup as well because Shanks always plays big bodies. So like if they were to play a big body and rush, like I just get a free block no matter what, and it's just like it's so free. I don't lose a body. I keep my pressure on board. Like, but I think it was just like a fringe moment against the Shanks, where I was able to stay healthy enough for me to see the value of this card. But that is the entire list. This is the Wano version I've been playing ever since 09 came out. And I mean I do think that this deck is strong. I like it a lot. Obviously it has its weaknesses. Especially with Dofi, like it's really, I don't think I've ever truly beaten a Dofi with this deck, like just straight up. I don't think I have, so that's why I'm gonna try a more Navy version. It has been something I've thought about and like kind of experimented with, but I'm gonna give it another shot, because if I think if this deck can maybe not consistently beat Dofi, but at least bring that matchup to like a 50-50, then maybe this deck has some, more relevancy. But at the moment, it really is just like a pet deck of mine. I don't run into very many players in my area. Obviously, there's not anyone else in my area that really plays this deck that I know of. And I don't really see it very often, like very well represented at least, for obvious reasons. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Any Perona players or anyone with any advice on what they're running or what I could be running or whatever. I'm always open to a discussion about building this deck even further. All right, peace out, guys.